Imagine standing amidst the ruins of what was once a bustling metropolis, now a silent testament to nature's overwhelming power. Throughout history, human civilization has been both a witness to and a victim of natural calamities of unimaginable magnitudes. Today, we take a deep dive into the annals of our past to uncover the 7 most deadly natural disasters in human history. A journey that will not only highlight the fragility of our existence, but will also showcase the indomitable spirit of humanity to rise from the ashes. If you find this exploration compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful deep dives into history's greatest events. We begin with the 1556 Shanxi earthquake in China, which stands as the deadliest earthquake ever recorded. It was January 23, 1556, when the earth trembled and claimed the lives of an estimated 830,000 people. The quake struck the heart of Shanxi province, leveling complete cities, obliterating entire families, and changing the course of history. This seismic shockwave wasn't just felt on the surface. It reverberated through the annals of Chinese history, bringing about socio-political changes that echoed for centuries. In modern times, we rely on data and technology to quantify the severity of an earthquake. But back then, it was the grief and despair that painted a picture far grimmer than numbers could convey. The 1556 quake was so intense that it created phenomena known as earthquake lights, mysterious illuminations in the sky that are said to accompany seismic activity. Scholars of the Ming Dynasty meticulously documented these events, providing us with a narrative as rich in cultural detail as it is in its chronology of terror. Fast forward to the 20th century, when an event occurred that would test the resilience of modern China, the 1931 China floods. Considered by some estimates to be the deadliest natural disaster of the 20th century, the floods were a result of overflows from the Yangtze, Yellow, and Huai rivers. An estimated 4 million perished, either swept away by the waters or as victims of the subsequent famine and diseases that plagued the survivors. The floods forced the Chinese government to re-examine its approach to flood control, leading to monumental hydro-engineering projects like dams and dikes intended to tame the wrath of nature. As historians, we often focus on the immediate destruction caused by these catastrophic events, but it's crucial to consider their lasting impact on the environment and human settlements. The flooding in 1931 shifted the course of rivers, submerged millions of hectares of farmland, and caused an economic upheaval that rippled through the Chinese economy for decades. This disaster wasn't just a chapter in a history book. It was a life-altering moment for millions whose stories must be preserved to honor their memory and learn from the past. Diving further into our exploration, we land in more recent memory with the notorious 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, an event that reshaped our global understanding of disaster response and preparedness. On the morning of December 26th, an undersea megathrust earthquake triggered a series of devastating tsunamis that struck the coastlines of 14 countries bordering the Indian Ocean, with waves reaching up to 30 meters in height. It was a disaster of cinematic proportions, except with the real and tragic loss of life that totaled over 227,000 individuals. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was a turning point in the world of disaster risk management. Not only did it result in heartbreaking loss of life, but it also spurred international cooperation in a way that had never been seen before. The event led to the establishment of the Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning and Mitigation System, designed to provide an early warning to coastal communities and give precious time to evacuate. Furthermore, the tsunami highlighted the importance of education about natural disasters, leading coastal regions across the globe to rejig their strategies and introduce drills and better evacuation plans. What makes the 2004 tsunami stand out is not just the disaster itself, but also the stories of human heroism and solidarity that emerged from it. Local communities led by instinct, tourists who turned into impromptu aid workers, and children who relied on their geography lessons to save families. These tales of courage and quick thinking are just as important to recount. It's these narratives that underscore the collective human spirit, an innate drive to support one another in times of dire need. In our quest to understand the deadliest natural disasters, we journey back to 526 AD to the ancient city of Antioch. Located in present-day Turkey, Antioch was hit by an earthquake estimated to have killed 250,000 to 300,000 people. It was one of the first natural disasters to be recorded with a noticeable level of detail. Byzantine historians documented the destruction and the aftershocks that followed, providing an insight into the early methods of disaster response and urban reconstruction. The quake reminded us of the long-standing relationship between humankind and the volatile earth below. Transitioning from ancient quakes to volcanic eruptions, we arrive at the catastrophic 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia, an event so powerful it led to 1816 being dubbed the Year Without a Summer. The ash and sulfates ejected by Tambora circled the globe, leading to climate abnormalities that caused crop failures and famines far from the volcano's immediate vicinity. This eruption wasn't just an Indonesian tragedy. It was a global crisis that influenced weather patterns worldwide and is still a primary case study in the study of climatology and its effects on agriculture and human societies. As we discuss pandemics as natural disasters, it's impossible to overlook the 1918 Spanish flu. The influenza outbreak tore across the globe amidst the chaos of World War I, infecting a third of the world's population and claiming an estimated 50 million lives. It was a reminder of how interconnected our world is and how natural disasters are not always fiery cataclysms, but can also be the silent spread of disease. The Spanish flu pandemic pushed the medical community to new frontiers, shaping many facets of public health policy and disease prevention we know today. Bringing our attention to more recent history, we reflect on the 2010 Haiti earthquake, a seismic event that devastated the island nation and presented complex challenges for international aid efforts. Occurring near the capital city of Port-au-Prince, the earthquake brought the eyes of the world to Haiti, mobilizing an outpouring of global support. The international response to the Haiti earthquake was as unprecedented in scale as the disaster itself, leading to a reevaluation of how we provide aid, the necessity of improving building codes in earthquake-prone regions, and the importance of the speed of response in the immediate aftermath of such calamities. As we review these historic events, each one reminds us of the perpetual dance between human advancement and nature's might. If you're captivated by these stories and their impact on our development as a society, consider joining the conversation in the comments and sharing your thoughts. Together, we can honor the past and learn valuable lessons for a more resilient future.